House Bill 1501 is basically a continuation of the conference committee report from last session, House Bill 698. It was passed through the House earlier this month, and it was pared down somewhat. Let me just tell you where we are with it. It has the Angel Investors Act, which has been thoroughly vetted for 2 or 3 years. Data storage, which has been thoroughly vetted for 2 or 3 years. It has freight forwarders, which has thoroughly been vetted for 2 or 3 years. And it has the distressed area land assemblage reauthorization, which we have vetted for 2 or 3 years now. It also includes where we left off for low-income tax credits and historic tax credit caps. The only change is in historic tax credits on the floor of the House before we passed it out. We accepted amendment and passed an amendment that raised the smaller projects to 20 million rather than 10 million. I might add too that, and that's where we want to start the conversation. I think this bears a lot of discussion, and I think that we can come to some common ground.
We support all 4 of the incentives that are put in the bill in House Bill 1501. I'm just going to talk briefly about 2 of those, but I do want to go on record for all 4 of those, and that is the data center and also the Missouri exporters incentive bill. First of all, I just want to remind the committee how the data center legislation came to be, and it was actually a committee was formed of support of numerous organizations, including local chambers of commerce, the Missouri Chamber, and businesses that support incentives for data centers, and also a lot of your economic development councils and groups from around the state. And it actually started out to be just a sales tax exemption. So they wanted to treat data centers similar to manufacturers, and then instead of manufacturing widgets, data centers somewhat manufacture bits and bytes because it's the infrastructure of how the internet works. There was some concern about the overall cost of just doing a complete exemption, so we worked with some senators on putting together a package that set some parameters that they felt more comfortable with, and so we've been pushing this, I believe, advocating for this for, it's going on 6 or 7 years now. The data center industry is a growing industry, and it's not going to go away. Globally, it's about a $100 billion industry, and when we started out talking about this, it was a $30 billion industry in the United States, and that's actually moved up to now more like $35 to $40 billion. We think that there's some really positive reasons why we want to get data centers to actually locate here. First of all, the cost of construction is a lot higher than it would be just a typical warehouse. It's $150 to $200 per square foot compared to a warehouse construction, which is $50. The jobs are good jobs. They average around $75,000 per year. And when you have a data center that locates in a state, what we've seen is that you typically have clusters of high-tech companies that tend to move into that area.
Tracy, I need to cut you off about maybe 20, 30 more seconds.
Okay. Yeah, just really quick on the freight forwarders. I think we have a great opportunity here in order to make some transformational changes here in Missouri. Missouri's location is perfect for us to have to be an international cargo hub in the other locations, Dallas, Chicago. Those are very congested, and we're expecting international trade to actually double in the next decade. So we think it's critical. This is, again, transformational, not just for St. Louis, not just for Missouri, but also the Midwest. And I just want to say that the tax credits, which go to freight forwarders for exporting. So if there is actually no exporting being done internationally, the credits are not authorized. So they're based on actually kilo weight. And the credits are in the aggregate the amount of $60 million. The first year it's 3.6 million is the cap, and then 8 million a year after that with an expiration date of 2022.
Thank you.